Born for Sports. Welcome to the 330 Crew Roundtable post-game show. And man, oh man, it is getting ridiculously out of hand in MetLife Stadium in New York Giants driveway. Just a debacle today. I got some thoughts on this game, man. I got some real big thoughts on this game. This game was over when they got off the bus. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was going to go to the game, but some things came up and I couldn't make it. Weather did not cooperate from my neck of the woods, so I decided to not go. And if I would have went, I would have left very early to watch that slop of garbage that the Giants threw out today. Just absolutely disgusting out there today, man. It was disgusting. It's obvious what's going on. And before I begin, for all the people out there that thought, oh, Daniel Jones is gone, everything's great now. Everything's great. Okay? No matter what, we're going to become a great offense all of a sudden for all those people that were dreaming because we got Tommy DeVito. Dead all that. And if you did fall into that trap, well, I feel bad for you. Because did y'all really think? Now, first of all, let me just say this. Of course, anyone that's been watching me or this channel knows that I have not been a Daniel Jones believer. And I wanted him to do well. I was hoping he would have stepped up and became the quarterback that we needed him to be. That didn't happen. Giants moved on and everything. But never did I say or thought for a second that was going to be the all-end-all of the problems that this organization has in this team. And for those out there that have been portraying that just because Daniel Jones was gone, well, you just saw and you just effed around and found out, didn't you? Tommy DeVito stinks. We all knew this. And I'm sure a lot of y'all didn't want to believe that because for some reason y'all hated Daniel Jones so much more than what you were watching. Well, guess what? You've effed around and found out, didn't you? This team has a lot of issues, man. A lot of issues. Let's go to the chat. As the Giants got destroyed today by the Bucs 30-7 to fall to 2-9. The real multi checking in. What's going on, bro? Brother, it's time for John Mary to clean house. I'm tired of this bullshit. Yeah. I'm listen, I've been starting to feel that way the last couple weeks. Now, I wanted to keep this regime because I'm tired of the change all the time every 2 years. But, man, it's a hard argument what's going on. It's a hard argument to make that. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's looking terrible out there. It's looking real terrible. I'm going to have to start that comment because it's looking real bad out there, man. Real bad out there. I mean, what is going on with Brian Dable and this team? And you know what? People that I talk to all week, I've been saying it. I was very worried coming into this game based on what's going on because these players, to me, have too much of a loser mentality in that locker room, man. There's no leaders in this team. There's none. Okay? And I get Daniel Jones was their friends and all that, but I just saw, in my opinion, some people may not agree, but in my opinion, too much crying this week over him getting benched. Too much. I mean, the team came in 2-8, wasn't playing well. You know what? If you wanted him to stay as the quarterback, y'all should have played better. You guys should have played better. I mean, come on. Dexter Lawrence, who I love as a player, and I'm glad he's a New York Giant. Him coming out and saying the stuff he was saying, I'm just like, Dex, he wasn't playing well enough, man. And neither was the team. If you guys was so upset about that, why aren't y'all upset? Why aren't y'all more upset the fact that we're 2-8 than Daniel Jones's feelings about how y'all feeling about him being your bestie getting benched. Well, you know what? You should have played better, and so should he. Both can be true. The quarterback play was not good enough at all. Okay, too inconsistent. And on defense, y'all couldn't stop. Y'all can't stop a nosebleed when someone gets a handoff running into the line. So how is that? How does that even go? How does that happen? I just thought all week I saw too much of that. Now I wish the Giants would have handled things a little better with the release, but when I first saw the reaction to, Stephen A said something about the Giants called in. Well, we found out now, reports are saying that was bullshit. Huh, what a surprise. Stephen A. Smith making up a lie on air to get ratings. Because that freaking network and those shows over there taking heat for nonsense they spew. So come to find out that wasn't true. Okay. And now we come to find out Daniel Jones and John Mara worked that out together and said it was best for both sides to get released. But, however, I will say pretty astounding to me how Daniel Jones went by Shane and went straight to Mara and said, get me out of here. That's something we got to look at going forward. Something we got to look at. Let's go to the comments. As my guy Blaze says, yeah, yeah, all it is for a top 3 pick, it's ain't coming. It's ain't coming. Now we see why they skipped over Locke, who, by the way, Locke is ass too. He's ass. He's ass. This whole quarterback room is terrible. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, top three pick incoming. No doubt about it, because this looks like it's gonna get ugly. And quite frankly, I don't even know if if this regime surviving this shit. If we see this in the next 6 weeks. Going forward. Next 5 weeks, whatever it is. The real multi checking in again says, I feel like Brian Dable lost the locker room and showing that out there on the field. Oh, no doubt about it. I can see it, especially on the defense. I mean, they went out there and quit. In my opinion, I saw some quitting out there, bro. I saw dudes not making tackles. I saw dudes kind of throwing their, not putting that effort. There was a play I also saw where there was a fumble by the Tampa Bay player and in a pile, and the ball is getting kicked around right on Brian Burns' feet, and he didn't even look down and look what was going on. He just looked at it and said, oh, word. And then Baker jumps in and gets it. That told me right there all I need to know what's going on right now. I saw during the game is no tackling. The tackling was terrible. Guys are just out of position, just not giving the effort, man. Just not giving the effort. This team looks like they are quitting on Brian Dable. And honestly, I don't care what Mara said. If you're going to have them quit, on the coach these next few weeks, hey, it's going to get ugly at MetLife. It's going to get ugly out there. Okay, fans were booing the team at halftime, everything. And how can John Mara keep this regime? How can they do it? How can he do it? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Blaze says, I don't want to get rid of the GM and coach. Let's be honest, they haven't had a chance to have their own quarterback. Tired of the 3 and 5 year recess. I am too. Mac, I'm tired of it too. We talk about this all the time. I am really trying to try to fight the good fight and not do it yet. I don't want to change this regime so fast. I don't. I don't. Because let's be honest, Brian Dable and Shane came here because to rebuild this franchise and to see first and foremost, can they get their quarterback in this building? Well, in 2022, the team outkicked the coverage. They had a great year and an unexpected great year. They made the playoffs, won a playoff game, and Daniel Jones had his best year as a pro under Dable. It kind of made them think maybe they do have him, and he can unlock him like he did with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Well, 2 years later, fast forward, we found out that DJ peaked. He just isn't the guy to lead the franchise in that direction. But, you know, if they continue to have these games like this, man, I don't think this owner is gonna stand for it, because the fans are gonna get louder, wanting change. We know the media is already on it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, me as a Giant fan, as a season ticket, how can I fight it? How can I fight it? We're gonna look at this slop every week. How? I mean, if they're quitting on the coach, then you have to make a change. My worry is if they do take out the coach, Shane survives. I'm not on that wave. If you either keep both of them or you get rid of both of them. To me, they're a package deal. They're a package deal. You can't do this, the whole sloppy, keep one, get rid of the other. I'm not with that. They came in as a package deal, then you get rid of them as a package deal. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, if you go that direction, first of all, they're going to have a top pick. They're going to get a new quarterback next year. That's obvious. It's just a matter of how they're going to do it. Well, they're going to have to trade up, or they're going to be in the slot where they get their guy. Now, if you do that, you get rid of Dable and you keep Shane, what if the following season, the quarterback that he chooses or the team doesn't do well, they don't have the right guy in 1 or 2 years down the road? Then you got to get rid of the GM and the coach, and now it's sloppy again. Now it's clumsy again. Now it's Brian Dable and Joe Shane all over again, coming in a new regime with a quarterback that they did not pick. So we're stuck in quarterback hell again. So to me, it's got to be you keep both or you get rid of both. As simple as that. And I hope Mara doesn't do that nonsense again. I really don't. I'm hoping we keep these guys, but we're going to have these efforts, man. If this team finishes the season, now I know for the tank crowd, that's what you want. You guys want a new quarterback. I want a new quarterback. We need a new quarterback. We know that. But for the tank crowd, that's like, hey, lose every game. F it. Fuck it. Lose every game, whatever. All right, I understand what y'all feeling, why y'all saying that. But this owner is not going to keep this regime because it's going to be too much heat, and you know that he always reacts to fan pressure. That's the type of owner he is, okay? They finished 2-15, 3-14, bro. I don't know if they surviving that, and I don't even think they should. I don't know, man. I don't see it. There's a lot of issues, especially with it's the way they look, too. That's a big thing, too, as well. It's the way they look. You know what I'm saying? If they're going out there getting beat 30-7 every week, I mean, it was 30-0 at half. 30-0. 30-0 at half, bro. If they're going to be looking like this the next to finish the string out, oh, man. It's over. That means the locker room is done. You can't fire the players. That's the key, too. And obviously, there's no killer instinct in that locker room. There's no leaders. There's no leadership. Okay, they're too comfortable with losing, in my opinion. Okay, they showed that with the way they handled the benching of Daniel Jones this week, okay, in my opinion. Okay. And for the Daniel Jones lovers out there, all right, I know you might not like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. The players in that locker room handle it poorly. Key players at that. You know, if this continues and they quit on Dable, then it is what it is, because you can't fire all the players. You can't do it. You just can't. So what's next? You're gonna take the coach out, and I just hope if that happens, I don't want it to happen, but if that happens, bro, don't keep one or the other. It's a package deal for me. Get rid of both, because of what's going on with the way Shane is building. A lot of his draft picks are not working out right now. It's not this draft class basically that he just has saved his job, because the last couple of years it just has these guys, and that's not enough hits. It's not you're not going to hit on all, but there's not enough. And now it looks like we're regressing on top of that. So it's going to be a lot of that being put in the air if we finish 2-15, 3-14. The Real Multi says Burns didn't even bother to try to get the football. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, get on the ball. And I don't know what they're saying in the locker room. I haven't seen the presses out since the post game. out there. Okay. But I know one thing. He better not say, oh, I didn't notice it was there. That thing was getting kicked around, dude. Don't tell me you did not feel that or see that. Because I saw him feel it and look down, and he didn't even make an effort to grab the ball. Okay? They quit on this. They quit today. I'm sorry. They quit today. Unacceptable. And I get it. They're frustrated because they're going out there and the offense isn't doing much. I mean, I think DeVito had like what, 9 to 10 yards at halftime, maybe? I'm not even sure. There was a point in the first half. He had like 9, 10 yards before the half was over. Passing. So the offense wasn't doing nothing. You know, I get that. But you got to play ball, man. You can't be quitting like that. That's crazy. Especially after the week we just had with all of that in the locker room. And he was one of the ones as well that spoke out and said how, about the whole Daniel Jones benching thing. And I didn't feel like he just got here. Like, I don't even need to hear none of that from you, dude. Just go out and play, man. I thought they should have handled things more the way neighbors handle it and just say, hey, man, we support DJ. This is not all on him. But you know what? We got to support DeVito too. And listen, just throw me the ball and I'll go out there and do my job. I just want to go do my job. That to me was the right way, especially the way media was trying to bait him into speaking against Jones and speaking against the quarterback room. Okay? Because he's been frustrated as anyone else has, even though he's contributed to what the record is as well, and not in a good way. But I wanted to see some leadership in that locker room, and no one showed it whatsoever. So if they're going to go out there and look like this and quit, nah, I'm not for that. I paid too much money to go to these games to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not with that at all. And there has to be something held accountable. And if this continues, man, I don't care what Mara said already. He's going to have to make a move, and he will. He will. Again, the quote was, when they asked him weeks ago, was, I'm not making any in-season changes, and I don't anticipate making changes after the season. Well, the yells and the loud screaming about the way the team is playing and these things are going on, and they look like this the rest of the season, he's going to give in. He's going to give in, and we're going to be back to reset. And it's going to be hard to dispute it because, like I said, Shane's draft class this season saved his job, in my opinion, basically, because he hasn't had enough hits. The quarterback position is the most important thing. He has to find it. But the way the season's going, they might not be the right ones to find it if this continues. They might not be given that chance to find the new quarterback. And they're going to have to do something about that, man. Big time. Big time. That's the problem. Owners listen to fans. Let's keep it 100. We don't know what's going on behind the doors. Yeah, man, no doubt about it. We know it. The owners listen to fans too much sometimes. And John Mara is definitely one of those fans. He is. It's a good and bad thing depending on the situation, I'll say, when the owners listen. But sometimes the owners have to just use certain kind of logic with things. But, it's hard to argue if we're going to see this for the rest of the season, bro. It just is what it is. Like I said, I'm on record. I want to give these guys another year to see what they can do with their quarterback. But, man, these things that are happening right now, I don't know if they're going to get the chance. And quite frankly, I don't know if they should get the chance if this continues. Yeah. Yep, Jones should have never been drafted 6. He was overdrafted. That was on Gettleman. He messed that up. He overdrafted. He got spooked because Washington was after him. There was some rumors about that and stuff. And we had 2 picks in that draft. And instead of him waiting to 17th, he picked him. He overdrafted him. Also, we didn't do him any favors because of the coaching staff we brought in as well over the years with Garrett and Judge and, Shermer and all that. Even though he did kind of look decent his rookie year with Shermer. But, that was the issue. We didn't do enough. The offensive lines were terrible over the years. The weapons were non-existent. We didn't have enough weapons as well. Gettleman trading Beckham, we already know a lot of that was in the air. It looked like Dable might have found something in 2022. He might have found the elixir. He might have found the right recipe for him to cook and get better as a player, but it didn't happen. He just could not be that guy, and it cost us. And it just goes to show you, man. If you don't got your quarterback, it don't matter what team you got around. It ain't enough. And if you don't support your quarterback, a young quarterback with the proper tools, it's not going to work out either. Both can be true. Both can be true. But we all know Daniel Jones is not the answer. Now, it's about going forward and finding the answer, because we're in quarterback hell until we're not. That's the bottom line. No one will ever dispute the DJ worked hard and everything, and he was tough, but he had a lot of injuries, a lot of concerning injuries as well. The whole neck thing, and his quarterback play just wasn't franchise caliber. He just wasn't the answer. Cliff, what's good? Checking in. What's goody, bro? Thanks for stopping by, my brother. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, man. Corey Johnson, what's goody, bro? Another terrible performance, and this time no one can't blame the quarterback. I won't be surprised if the Giants go 2-15. It's over for Dable. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, man. And like I said, I made this very clear opening the show today. I was never on the wave, and if you've been watching the videos I dropped since this thing went on last week, this was not going to all of a sudden turn the season around because they got rid of Daniel Jones for Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock. It wasn't. There's more problems on this team. Any logical Giant fan can see that. Of course, the quarterback position is the most important position, the most important problem you have to fix for your future of your franchise. But there is problems on this team, man. There just is. It always is. And any logical Giant fan can see that whatever side you're on with the Daniel Jones thing, you can't dispute the results. You can't on that. Both can be true. The quarterback play wasn't the answer, and the team is not performing up to the standards of becoming a good team. And when you look at that part of it, you got to look at the coaching staff. You got to look at the GM when it comes to those conversations. And honestly, like I said, I want to see what this regime can do. I want to see if Brian Dable could break the tie. I saw Josh Allen. He improved Josh Allen's game, and now Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in football. When he came into the league, everything was he's inaccurate. There was fans that were mad and Buffalo Bill fans were mad they drafted him that year. His first year, he wasn't all of that either in his rookie year. Everything was he was inaccurate and, reading and all of that. Well, you know what? Dable got in the lab with him and helped him. And hey, listen, give him respect. Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in football. And then Dable comes here with that reputation, with being good with good quarterbacks and everything. Even at Alabama, he did a good job in Alabama as a coordinator over there. He comes here, and we outkicked the coverage in 2022. And all of a sudden, Daniel Jones looks like he could possibly be a franchise quarterback. We won a playoff game. He broke a record in Minnesota. And then now he got paid, and then everything went downhill after that. So at the end of the day, I want to see if Brian Dable can break the tie, and so we can know if he truly is the answer. But if this team goes 2-15, 3-14, man, I don't know if they are the right regime to do it, man. And I don't think that Mr. Mara is gonna want to keep this, because the media and fans are gonna want blood, man. They're gonna want blood. It just is what it is, no matter what we feel. So we'll see. AMAX says O-line collapsed once Thomas went down. We are now on our third left tackle and second and third guards. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everyone knows AT is one of the best tackles in football, and it went crashing down, man, after that. Now, the last game, first of all, I felt like they should have sent Illuminor to left tackle as soon as Andrew Thomas went down. And for some reason, Brian Dable didn't want to do that. He went and got a guy off the street, Hubbard, and that didn't work out. He was terrible against the Steelers. He was terrible in the games he was in. Then they finally listened, moved him to left tackle against Carolina and Germany, and put Neal in there at the right side, and then we had a much better performance. Now today, Illuminor gets hurt. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Illuminor gets hurt today at left tackle. Just giant team. I don't know, man. This offensive line just can't get right. You guys know me. I'm about point of attack. I've always said that. I'm a point of attack guy. The O-line was fixed this year. This is like one of the reasons why I said, nah, man, I got to see Daniel Jones become the quarterback everybody expects him to be and needs him to be for this team, because if he gives us that quarterback play, we're a playoff team. And we had a lot of close games that we have lost this season, a lot, with him at quarterback. And he just didn't make the plays. Or a guy drops a pass that ain't supposed to fucking do it. Or a running back fumbles like a Tracy did again today. Again, as much as I love Tyrone Tracy, now he has a fumbling problem. It's all in between the ears now. He was upset in Germany when he messed that game up, and now today another fumble. You can see him, it's killing him on the sideline. He needs therapy. I mean, when it rains, it fucking pours, man. It fucking pours, bro. Unreal, man. Unbelievable. This franchise right now they're just in a big rut and can't get out of their way. They need to just detox it some kind of way, man. In some kind of way. I don't even know. That's why it might be a situation where they do clean house after the season if this goes the way it looking is going to go. No matter what, football-wise, it says that it should be going. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to argue against results, man. Just like with Daniel Jones, I can't ignore what's going on with this team right now. There's no leadership, and Dable's play calling hasn't been good. It hasn't. And then Tommy DeVito, at another play I saw, I thought it was Dable, but I saw him do it at the line of scrimmage, and I was like, man, that looked like DeVito checked out of the play. DeVito checks out of a play on a 4th and 1, okay, at our own 40, and he checks out into a freaking Wan'Dale Robinson sweep on 4th and 1, and he gets stopped. What the fuck were you doing, DeVito? What were you doing? Give Tracy the fucking ball. He was running well. Give him the ball or sneak it up the middle. What are you calling? Why are you checking at the line of scrimmage for a fucking sweep on 4th and 1, man, to Wan'Dale Robinson? What are we doing? Get that cutting bullshit the fuck out of here. I'm not impressed by none of that shit. I never was. Never. He sucks too, man. He sucks. I couldn't believe he checked out of that play and did that. I'm like, okay, he's checking out of that? I'm like, man, please let that not be Brian Dable that called that bullshit. And no, it was DeVito. He checks into that fucking play on a 4th and 1. What are we doing? 4th and 1 at our own 40. I don't know what the hell's going on with this guy. And I'm supposed to be happy because he's from Jersey and this doing all of this. I want to score. I want to see my team score fucking points, man. I'm not impressed by all the cutlets. I can make that shit in my own kitchen. Give me fucking touchdowns, man. Checking out of that crap, doing that BS call, a sweep to Wan'Dale Robinson on 4th and 1 on 40. You got to be fucking kidding me, man. Josh Allen had all the tools to be elite. You can't teach reading the coverage and being able to throw 70 yards flat-footed. Let me stop. Hey, Mac, I know you love Josh Allen. I get it, but you can't deny it. He was not what he was when he came into the league. Brian Dable helped him. Now, I'm not here to say it's only because of Brian Dable he's really good, bro. Give him credit. He took the tutelage. He helped him out. They even changed his arm angle, how he threw the ball, bro. Like, he needed help, and he needed the work. Credit Brian Dable for helping him, and give a lot of credit to the player Josh Allen has become to Josh Allen. He was really good, man. He's an elite quarterback. You know, he's an elite quarterback. He's not there over there no more with him. So obviously, you know, he got better and his work ethic, you know, helped out. But we can't dismiss what Brian Dable meant to him in his early year development, because when you're a young quarterback, you need the right coaching staff to develop those things on the next level. At this point, lose every game. I know you're a season ticket holder, but we need to have the best possible draft pick in order to get out of quarterback purgatory. Yeah, I know that, man. I know. I mean, we're 2-9 now. Might as well, right? I just, you know me, I just in that DNA. By the way, y'all, this is my guy A-Mac, one of my good friends offline, okay, and Section 330 crew for life. Shout out to the Section 330 crew, and out there, one of the best DJs you'll ever get involved with. So any of y'all need a gig, I got the right guy for y'all. Y'all know where to find me, and I'll play middleman and get that done. But yeah, you're right, bro. Quarterback purgatory. We are in quarterback hell, bro. It is what it is. We are in quarterback hell, and until we get out of it, we are in it. And the only way to do it is get our quarterback. Honestly, to be honest, the Giants have backed themselves against the wall now that they've absolutely moved on from Daniel Jones and have now telegraphed what they're doing in the offseason. That I would prefer they don't have to, but if they have to, they will trade up for a quarterback. It's just we just gotta hope that they're here to do it, or whoever's here to do it identifies the right guy. The right guy. And the way this season goes, they'll be right there. It might not even fucking matter. They're not good enough, bro. Tanking and all of that. They're not good enough, man. The Giants have the worst quarterback room in the fucking league right now. It's easy to see that, man. It's easy to see that. The only thing that can battle that maybe is Tennessee. Maybe Tennessee or Carolina. Maybe. Giants have showed they have one of the worst, if not the worst, quarterback room in the NFL. Cliff says, what's saving NYG right now is that the Jets are even more of a joke. Speaking as a Jet fan. Yeah, that Jet, yeah. I mean, New York football is just a fucking disgrace right now. I mean, no matter what side of the tracks you want to stand on, it's a fucking disgrace. Fucking disgrace right now. I mean, we know the Jets. We know what they're about. They're always Jetson. This is not who the Giants are supposed to be. They've been far too long the way they have been, and they should not be this way. The Giants have the tradition. They have the Super Bowls in the past, but that's the past. Sooner or later, you got to go take care of business and become what you need to be. Simple as that. We got to get back to who we are. The Jets are just a fucking train wreck. I mean, they had Super Bowl expectations coming into the season. Aaron Rodgers, they were built up as a Super Bowl team. A lot of talent on paper over there, but they're just Jets. They just do the Jet things, man. Now they fired Salah and Douglas over there. They're about to strip it down. There's reports every week now. Now they don't even want Aaron Rodgers back, and he might not want him back. So we know there remains to be seen what's going to happen on that end. They're a joke, and New York football is a disgrace right now on whatever side of the track you stand on. Simple as that. The Giants have done no favors. They have looked like shit. They haven't done anything to do their part to say, hey, man, and coming into the season, I ain't gonna lie, I said it. I said we are a good quarterback play away from contending to be a playoff team, to become a playoff team. Not a Super Bowl team, but a playoff team. Well, we didn't get the quarterback play, and obviously now we got a lot more fucking problems than that. It just is what it is. But recapping this game, you know, they came into the season. Giants came into the season with the worst quarterback room. NFL DeVito was never the answer. So we already touched on that for all the people that was like, oh, Daniel Jones is gone. Hallelujah. We're going to score points. We're going to become better. We're going to win games. Blah, blah. This shows that you guys were way off base. Way off base. Okay. Now, like I said, Daniel Jones leaving the team and moving on from him down after the season needed to happen. But it wasn't going to be the only answer to the puzzle to become a good team. Both can be true. Both can be true. Okay? I mean, let's look at DeVito's numbers. 21-31, 189 yards. And like I said, at halftime, he didn't have a lot of yards. He had about like 10, 15 yards passing. So a lot of that yardage in this offense, whatever they did, the second half was in garbage time. Garbage time. It was 30-0 heading into the fourth quarter. So I'm not impressed by none of that. I mean, it was 30-0 heading into the fourth quarter at home, man. At home. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And Baker Mayfield was just sitting back there doing whatever he wanted. Where was the pass rush? I ain't see nothing. I'll get to that in a moment. I'm just all worked out. I'm sick and tired of this shit, man. Fourth quarter, the fourth quarter was 30-0 heading into the fourth quarter. Giants were outgaining the game, 450 yards to 245 yards. I'm not impressed by that 245 either. Most of that was in the second half in garbage time. They were just running the clock out. Just terrible. Just terrible, man. Just terrible. Get back to the chat real quick. Cliff says you're right. Josh Allen was really raw, and he was projected as being hit or miss. Either way, great prospect or bust, but Dave will definitely help him out. Yeah, he helped him out, man. He helped him out with his development. You know, early years is the most important, critical time for a young quarterback, man. Those first couple years, and Dave will help him out. Change his release, change his throwing motion, helped him better with the reads and everything. And, hey, give him credit. But you also got to give credit to Josh Allen for listening, applying that, and becoming the player he is now. And he is an elite quarterback. Over the years, he's gotten better and better. Now, he has a little turnover issue with him. That's one thing about him. But he's a gunslinger. You know, he's a gunslinger. So, you know, a couple years when Dave left, his turnover numbers went a little higher than usual. But this year, he's put it all together. He's found it. And give him credit for that. Give him credit for that. As far as the game goes, I just felt like the defense quit. I saw too much business decisions. I saw guys not running to the ball, not putting their nose in there on the runs too many times in this game. And like I said, I showcased that Brian Burns play, man. That Brian Burns play where it was a fumble and it was getting kicked around his leg, and he looked down. He looked like he didn't want to even get the ball. He mailed it in. That defense mailed it in today. That is a big concern for me and a big strike against Brian Davis, because if this keeps on going, man, it's going to get even worse. We thought Carolina was rock bottom last game. We thought that was rock bottom. At least they were competitive in the game. This was a non-competitive game today. Non-competitive. And I said it. By the way, shout out to my guy, Big Dash. I was watching his show last night, and I said it. I said it on his show. Shout out to Dash. Big Dash knows. If in case y'all aren't yet for some reason, subscribe to that man's channel. One of the best giant content creators in the game right now. But I said, you know, he was talking, having his show, and I said it. I had a bad feeling. I left a comment. I had a bad feeling going into this game today that the way the team played, the players on the team reacted to the Daniel Jones benching, that they were not gonna put the effort today, and they were gonna quit today. And that's exactly what I saw today, man. That's exactly what I fucking saw today. They quit out there, man. That defense quit. They quit. They quit, man. Straight up. I know what I saw. They quit out there, man. They quit. That Brian Burns play was one of the plays that I really saw, and I that confirmed it for me. I'm watching guys. Banks is running around, not trying to tackle. Okereke, he's just basically been reduced to a coverage linebacker. I don't even know why. Bowen, it makes him a coverage linebacker. Where are the impact plays Okereke is capable of making? To me, he is not being used properly to me. And I saw him a couple of times kind of just like, I'm done. McFadden whipped on a couple of times. He didn't go all out. I'm sorry. I'm seeing too much of that. I saw a lot of that, man. Adoree Jackson on a pass down the sideline to the end zone. He don't even bother to look back. He just grabbing the receiver. Just grabbing Evans down. Easy call. He didn't even bother to look up. Nothing. Just laziness, man. I just saw too much quitting out there. And that offense, Baker Mayfield, 24-30, 294 yards, a rushing touchdown. Trust me. It could have been a whole lot worse than that. Because it looked like the Bucs just went up and down the field and did whatever they wanted to do today. Anything they wanted, and they knew it. They knew it. And you saw which was going viral, the whole celebration after he scored, mocking the DeVito thing. This is what the Giants have turned into. We're turning into a punching bag right now by players around the league mocking us, ESPN. Honestly, I didn't even heard of that lady, Ellie Duncan or whatever her name is. I never even heard of her. And she mocked Daniel Jones with his thing. We have turned into the punching bag right now based on what's going on. We had rookie, and you saw the signs last year. We had rookies coming into the league talking about our quarterback. Well, we knew we could have him. He's a one read and react guy. We knew we could do. He locks on receiver. We saw all of that. Rookies coming into the league shitting on us, talking about our players and our quarterback. And this year, it is really gotten out of hand now. It's ridiculous, man. New York football in general is a dumpster fire right now. And the Giants are a big part of that. Defense, again, I have to say, Bowen. He came here with the reputation of being a tough, hard-nosed defensive coordinator who always has his players stop the run. That's what he was brought here to do. And the Giants came into, for most of the season, they've been dead last against the run. But because of the bye week last week, they moved up 3 spots to 4. Well, I'm sure they'll go back down again. 156 yards on the ground. Irving had 12 rushes, 87 yards. And again, it goes back to, like I said, they quit. This dude was bouncing off tackles the whole game. Guys whiffing, not wrapping up. It's November, and they're wrapping up, not tackling like it's preseason. The effort was not there. Run fits, dudes are not getting in there. Just non-existent, man. Another big game on the ground. The other running back scored 2. The starter, I forgot his name at the moment. He scored a touchdown. Baker ran a touchdown run in. Irvin, I mean, it's open season. It's open season. The Giants have to address this. I'm not sure Bowen is the right coordinator to be here, man. I think based on the person what has happened to Deontay Banks has just regressed to the point where he's a jag now. This is just another guy. I'm not even sure he's a number 2 guy now, let alone a 1. We know he's not a 1. Not in this scheme. You got to wonder if he even fits this scheme because his confidence is gone and his effort is shit. Is he even a number 2 at this point? I don't even know. That's a strike on Shane and Dable's coaching staff. That's a strike because he was a first round pick. Joe Shane, Brian Dable brought Bowen in to stop the run. And me as a point of attack guy, this is killing me to watch it. We can't blame Wink no more for not stopping the run. The personnel just isn't good enough to do it, and the coaching staff isn't good enough to do it. And we got to look at that now. A-Mac says, neighbors giving me OBJ vibes with his post-game press conferences when you can check it out. Oh, man. So I guess he had something today. I just gave the kid credit. I'm going to take your word for it, A-Mac, because I just gave the kid credit. I thought he did a good job this week when the media was trying to bait him to talk bad about DJ and the quarterback room. And I guess he said something today. I guess I'll check it out later. If there's anyone out there, enlighten me. Enlighten me in the chat, man. Enlighten me in the chat of what he said today. Multi says, Blaze, I don't blame Neighbors for saying what he said. I'm tired of seeing our team lose too. Well, I need to see what happened before I even react yet. I'm gonna wait on that. Anyone in the chat or anyone watching this right now, let me know in the chat. Let me know what Neighbors said. So let me see. If they get embarrassed the next 6 weeks, like we've been talking about, the Giants are gonna have to clean house, man. And it will happen. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna happen because this is getting out of hand now. And I can't go to games seeing 30-7, 30-0 after 3 quarters, man. Because if I would have went to this game today, luckily I had things to do, I had important things to do, and the weather on my neck of the woods didn't cooperate. But if I would have went to this game today and saw what I was watching, I would have left by the second quarter. Because I'm just tired of watching the slop. They don't score points at home. They said on the telecast, the Giants average 10 points at home. At home! How do you score 10 points a game at home? We're 0-6 at home this year. It's inexcusable. 0-6. How do you do that? How do you do 0-6 at home and score and average 10 points a game? And I get it. Most of that is when Daniel Jones was the quarterback. DeVito's first chance today, and they scored what? 7 points? It's ridiculous, man. Unreal. 0-6 at home. I don't even remember a Giant team out of the 38-plus years of football I've been a fan of this team that I've seen a team go winless at home. And you know what? It's doable. Do you see what's on the schedule now? We got the Ravens December 8th and the Colts. We might not win a game at home this year. I don't think I've ever seen a Giant team. And I've lived through some bad teams. I remember the Dave Brown years. I remember the Danny Cannell years. I remember Tommy Maddox, Kent Graham. I remember those teams. I don't remember ever watching a season where we didn't win a game at home all year, averaging 10 points a game. This is ridiculous. Come on now. Come on. It ain't looking good right now for this regime. I hope they turn it around, at least show some pulse and something. But damn. Real Multi says, no, brother. Like I said before, Brian Dable lost the locker room, man. Well, the way that effort looked today and what I was hearing all week, that damn sure is the case it looks like right now. Okay, because that effort was atrocious. The defense didn't even try today. They didn't try. They didn't try. And mind you, this defense of Tampa Bay is not that good. It is not. I see teams every week on highlights go up and down the field on them. And we scored 7 points. We had a donut heading into the fourth quarter. A donut. Spare me the whole Tommy Cutler shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of that. He ain't shit either. They suck. Daniel Jones suck. Tommy DeVito suck. Drew Lock sucks. This quarterback room sucks. Bottom line. And yes, Daniel Jones is the better quarterback out of all three of them. Probably. Right now, I have to say that. And that ain't much. That ain't much better. I'll tell you that. And I'm sure there'll be some games DeVito down the road will look better than what we saw today or will rival what Daniel Jones has been put together this year. But this quarterback room is terrible. Real Multi also says, he said clearly it's not just the quarterback. We had the same problem when DJ was here. That's pretty much what he said. He's fed up, and I bet you Neighbor's not the only one that feel that way in the locker room. Yeah. The locker room's gone. Locker room's gone. Brian Davis lost the locker room. And he's being honest. Neighbors is being honest. And I know there's some detractors out there that'll say whatever about the kid. Hey, because they make it, sometimes some people try to make it worse than what it is. You know, he's telling the truth. If that's the case, I'm going to go look at those press conference words later on. But if this is what he said, it's true. He just simultaneously told you that, yes, we didn't do good with DJ, but he wasn't the only issue here. It's the same problems. The quarterback room just isn't good. And you know what? The coaching staff isn't doing enough either. There's a lot going on in that locker room. Dable right now has lost that locker room. I don't know if he's going to survive this shit, bro. When you start questioning if the locker room even trusts their coach, that's it. That's it. That's it. You can't bring it. You can't bring it back because, like I said earlier in the show, you can't fire the players. Unfortunately, you can't fire all the players. So the coaching staff and the regime will take the hit. And at 2-9, it don't look like it's going to get any better. It just doesn't. So that's going to wrap up today's show. But it's debacle of a loss. Another just lifeless game. The next game will be at Dallas on Thanksgiving. And I was watching the Cowboy game as well at Washington. Cowboys got to win today. With their backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, they found a way to win a game today. So I know there was a lot of Giant fans out there. Oh, they're gonna beat Dallas. Well, I can't say that for sure. Dallas Cowboys are gonna be at home Thanksgiving. Cooper Rush has already gotten us a couple times over the years anyway. And he ain't shit. He sucks. But he beat us before a couple times. He got to win today at Washington. That Cowboy defense has played better. There were some crazy things that happened towards the end of finishing the game, but nevertheless, we know what they bring. Marcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons, no Andrew Thomas. Illuminor just got hurt today. I would doubt that he didn't come back in the game today. So there's doubts he'll even be ready to go on a short week. It can get worse. And then you're talking about going on national television on a big stage and if they look like shit the way they look like today, man, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to survive, man. I don't know if this coaching staff survives or this regime survives. But that is the next game at Dallas Thanksgiving. Hopefully they don't ruin our holiday. Won't hold my breath on that one. But just dark times, man. Dark times in Giant Land right now. Dark times, man. Dark times. Dark times. We're in quarterback hell, man. We are in quarterback hell right now. And right now, our organization is just lost. This franchise is in the abyss right now. They're lost. And, they're trying to find a way out. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I know it ain't going to happen this year, obviously. With 2-9, I ain't even look at Tankathon to see where we're picking, but I'm sure that the Tank crowd will be happy and will sleep a little better behind that. But, we're in dark times as a franchise. This team is lost right now, and there's going to be, if this continues, big changes are coming. Big changes are coming. But that wraps up the show tonight. Before I sign off, thanks for rocking with me out there. Shout out to my Section 330 crew. Thanks for rocking with me today. I just asked for the newcomers or anyone just watching this show that is new to the channel to like and subscribe to this channel, Born for Sports. As you can see, I'm a big Giant fan. We talk all sports on this channel. I talk Knicks. I talk Giants. I talk Mets. I talk Rangers. I talk New York Yankees. Whatever you guys want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Just keep rocking with me, and I guarantee you're going to like what you hear. You're going to like what you hear because if you stay locked in, we talk about the things you want to talk about from a fan's point of view, and trust me, there's going to be a lot of talk going on forward about this franchise, the New York Giants. There's going to be a lot of talk going forward. But I just appreciate everyone coming out today, rocking with me. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But that's going to do it. Giants get destroyed by the Bucs 30-7, fall to 2-9. The abyss and terrible, embarrassing season continues to go forward. We'll see what happens on Thanksgiving, and if this team ruins our turkey day. We'll see. But that's going to do it. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Giants.